Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Trey back again here to bring you another video. So this one's going to be a review talking about Fedor versus Sissy. Oh, my mistake. I mean Satoshi Ishii. So yeah, it was apparent about 4 weeks ago when they announced this fight that Sissy was not a good opponent for Fedor. Okay, he is nowhere near where he needs to be at to be facing Fedor. I would like to see Sissy fight maybe at 185 against maybe some guys, some in Strikeforce maybe, but he's got no business in there with Fedor. I did a prediction for this like a month ago, and people, you got judo guys coming out of the woodwork, trying to say that no, he's got a gold medal, and he's gonna destroy Fedor. He beat Jerome the Banner, and judo is the best, and yada yada yada. Okay, to all you guys, I want to say, just reiterate again, I'm not going to say I told you so. Here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say judo is useful in a street fight. Judo is useful, out in an actual fight, not in MMA, okay? In MMA, you're not wearing clothes. You pretty much have your shorts on. That's it. You don't have a shirt. You don't have a gi. You don't have anything like that. So much of judo is based around the gi and positional control of grabbing the person's gi and using it for trips, throws, all these sorts of things. When it comes to MMA, judo is just not as useful as wrestling. There's no way to get around it. Wrestling is better than judo when it comes to mixed martial arts. Fedor's sambo background, he's he's a world champion sambo fighter. He was undefeated for years in sambo. He still thinks of himself as a sambo fighter, not really an MMA fighter. Because of his, Russian pride and everything. So Sissy really had no chance in this fight. There was, what was he going to do? He really didn't have any kind of chance, against Fedor. He should have never been in there with Fedor. We all know that. You can see that now. I saw that about a month ago. He just didn't have a chance in this fight, guys. I'm sorry to say. He shouldn't have been in there with Fedor. This fight should have never happened. It really looks like to me they're having trouble finding good opponents for Fedor outside of Zuffa, So what I'd like to see happen now with Fedor, I love watching Fedor fight. And even if it's a guy who's a punching bag like Sissy, it's nice to see him just beat up on guys. I mean, this was a beautiful KO. Right, left, right. Gorgeous, man. But after the first right, Sissy was done. The left and right that followed up after were just icing on the cake. He went down and he was not getting back up. So, obviously, Fedor Last Emperor, he still got it. He still got it, and I'm glad he hasn't retired. I do want to see him fight some better guys, though. I don't want to see him fight, cans, quote unquote cans, like this guy. I'm sorry to say, if anybody who's a fan of Ishii, I apologize because I am being a little hard on the guy, but it's just the way it is, guys. I mean, I'm sorry to say, but he's a can. Okay, that's all there is to it, and this proved it. Fedor, I'd like to see Fedor fight some of the guys in, Strikeforce level, maybe, UFC level. I'd like to see that. It's a perfect fight that I'd like to see happen. Speaking of this weekend, I want to see Brock Lesnar against Fedor. I really do. I think that would be a good fight for both guys. It would make sense for both of them. Maybe M1 can try to work something out with the UFC and see if they can get, something going. Maybe the UFC can do it. And that would be a dream fight, dream matchup to see Fedor against Brock. I would love to see it, with Brock losing a couple fights and needing to get back on the horse, and then, Fedor winning a couple and just trying to get back up there. They both have huge names. It'd be one of the biggest fights in history. So I personally would love to see that. Other than that, that's very unlikely to happen. That's probably next to zero, zero probability. Approximately zero chance. So who else is there out there for Fedor to fight? Well, it's hard to say. Maybe some of the guys from Strikeforce. Now that they're axing the heavyweight division, that should open up some slots. Not everybody's going to be able to go to the UFC. Maybe Fedor can face some guys like, I don't know, maybe some of the Golden Glory guys. Like Sergey Karatanov, he'd be a good opponent. I don't know what's going on with him. I don't think he's in the UFC. I don't think he's with Strikeforce anymore. So that'd be a cool fight to see that go down. Maybe if Josh Barnett doesn't go back to the UFC, I'd love to see Fedor versus Barnett. That would be just a killer fight. Anyway, one way or another, however you want to look at it, fun fight to watch. Fun to see Fedor just beat up on guys. He beat up on Munson pretty good, but this one was this was great. Other than that, yeah, I don't really know what to say. Fedor is doing his thing. I hope he keeps doing his thing. I want to see him face some guys like Barnett and these other guys. Let me know what you guys think about the fight. Did you think Sissy was going to do better, or did this go how you thought? Me, if you want to watch my fight prediction, it's in my other channel, Trev's Chan 2. You can go there, Fedor versus Ishii, and I filmed it about a month ago, and yeah, so it gives some thoughts on how I feel about the situation, and also about all the judo fanatics coming out of the woodwork trying to say judo's the greatest thing since sliced bread or the internet. All right, that's it for now, guys. We'll see you for the next one later. Peace.